wildlife country throughout its league area. We pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past, present and emerging.
Welcome to Before the Game. It is round 2 of the Swamport Hotel ARMAFL season. I'm Matthew Hood. Coming to you today live from the Field of Dreams, the home of the Mypolonga Football Club. Before the Game is brought to you by Professionals Murray Bridge, and we'd also like to acknowledge our major sponsor, the Swamport Hotel. Big panel today, and with me is the King of Jervois, Johnny Kluski. What do you think, Michelle? You're from Jervois, the Queen of Jervois.
I'm the Queen,
yeah. Jervois. And ARMAFL President and Mypolonga legend, Mark Steiner. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Matthew.
Now, it's been a big week in footy after round 1. Lots happening, everything else. Want to go out to Jervois Thursday night. Michelle, you had a celebrity chef in the kitchen?
I had a couple, actually.
A couple of celebrity chefs,
couple,
right?
yeah. JK, he's one bag.
I had to ring Paul Kelly at one stage.
Yeah.
Now, I hear that it was a bit heavy on the gravy.
Oh, we ran out of gravy because he's putting triple ready.
Happy customers.
Yeah.
Russell Jarvis said best chips, best gravy, JK. So you happy customers. You know what it's like, Hoodie, with your business.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sorry, Michelle.
I was going to say Michael Hickmont, best schnitzel cooker in the land.
He does all right, does he?
He does all right.
That's good.
Yep.
What have you been doing, Steiny? Just fixing the problem of wells?
Fixing the known world, mate, at the moment. So, pretty busy with running the competition. First week, obviously.
It was always the toughest week, wasn't
it?
It
was a few teething problems, and I was pretty happy for it to get underway. So, things are starting to settle down a bit now. So, things are going well. All
right, good stuff. Now, I've had a lot of people talking about, I've been asking the question a lot of when I'm doing the interviews and stuff like that, what's the most famous name in your phone? I want to ask you right now. Michelle, who's yours?
I've got apart from all you guys, I've got an Olympic silver medalist and a McGarry medalist in my phone.
Well, you could listen. We're here to drop names.
Okay, Aaron Young. Right. He won the McGarry a few years ago, I think 2020. He was my Burleigh football man when I was league president.
Right.
And of course, my sister-in-law is Jo Hill. She's silver Olympic medalist. So I figured that one probably trumps it all.
Rightio, good stuff. JK, what about you?
Giving it some thought. Paul Graham,
CEO of Australia Post.
CEO of Australia Post.
If
he happened to call into the post office a month or two ago, and he asked if he could have a photo with me. I said, "That's no problems, Paul. Anytime." He said, "Here's my business card. Ring me at any time." So a couple of months later, I did. Because of the banking situation, and not enough people roaming around Australia know that Bank SA, Westpac and Adam Commonwealth can withdraw at no fees from. So I rang Paul. Straight to him, no PA. He rings him back, said, "How are you, John?" I said, "Remember me at Harndorf?" "Oh, yeah. How's business?"
Happy to forget you.
And I'll get onto that. He said, "I'll get onto the marketing department and the banks and anything else." What? I said, "No worries at all." He said, "Ring me any time." So the CEO of Australia Post.
Right, there you go.
Thank you very much.
That's not bad. What about you, Steiny? Who you got there?
Well, question without notice. If you don't know anyone, you can't get in any trouble. I'd say Katrina Hood's probably the most famous.
There you go. Rock stars.
You'd have Sandful hierarchy or something like that, probably.
Hierarchy, Katrina Hood, she's got a bit of clout there. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, let's move on. Let's get into the show. We're going to look at last week's ARMAFL TV Awards, please, Michelle. Could you run through the winners?
I certainly can. Player of the Day, Farm Fresh Markets, that's tricky. Brody Martin from the Coorong Cats. Dutton's Goal of the Day was Sam Sanders from the Coorong Cats. McHugh's I'm going well.
That's right.
McHugh's Bakery Mark of the Day, Henry Turner. He gets up pretty high, Henry.
He does, good lad.
Elders Rising Star, Darcy Connor, Coorong Cats. Murray Sales Defender of the Day, Henry Turner, Coorong Cats. I love watching Henry play. He's a great player.
Yep.
Come from Meningie all the way through.
Yep.
And Anytime Fitness Incentive Award is Reed Colour. I hope I've got that right,
Yes,
from
you did.
MyPo.
Absolutely.
Very good player.
Alrighty, no worries. Now, JK, we've also got lots of other ARMAFL TV sponsors we'd just like to mention too, please.
I'm on the wrong page.
Yeah, back on the first page.
Back on the
JK.
first page. So
Bloody post office.
we're back.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I haven't got Paul there running the
Good
show.
help is hard to find, isn't it?
Yeah,
Here, you want to look at mine?
Right at the back. I was wondering what the hell was going on. Well, this is pretty easy.
Wonder why your mail is slow.
RMFL TV scoreboard. Well, Jimmy's not here. Oh, Jimmy, you pick me up on this next time, please. Murray Valley Standard, very, very special, people. The quarter time, half time, 3/4 time breaks is Drendel Concrete. So they're new, Mark.
Yes, new on
Yep.
board this year.
Yep.
On board.
Special comments, the Eckert Earth Movers. So
Yep.
they'll get their money's worth today, hopefully, with
Absolutely.
me. And
You've actually got a sponsor, JK. How's nice is that?
well,
wow.
the special comments have us, well, just not me.
Yeah,
anyway.
okay.
Match Quiz, the Ruck and Rover podcast.
Yep.
Chili Chandler and Harry Mansfield.
Yep. Boys are in
We'll
town.
talk about more of that later,
Yeah.
won't we?
Yep.
And the major sponsor goes without saying, Swanport Hotel.
Lovely work. All right, now you
So
try and
thank
find
you.
out
Yeah,
where we're
well
up to.
done.
I'll have
Where
a
we're
fold
at.
of that.
Okay.
in
Now we're
case-
going to go on to now the Dutton's leading goal kicker, please, Mark.
Yeah, so out in front, the Chad. It's all about the Chad. Chad Rescue with 8. A big day out at Manham last week. Daniel with 5, and then we have players all with 4. So Brandon Grenfell, a new player into the Suns.
Yep. Went
A
very
lot of
good.
goals in country Victoria. So Ben Hansen.
They snuck him in, did they, Steino, that
Yeah,
week?
I heard
Snuck
a
him
whisper
in.
last Friday about him
You
possibly coming.
you didn't
so-
ring us.
No, well, only important. I let Katrina know. I didn't let you know. Cody Crollig and Matthew Min, Sam Sanders and Daniel Zander, a new one of the Tailman Eagles with 4 each. So, yeah, there you go.
Now, JK, special mention for
Yeah,
someone.
Joshy Noy, who kicked 9 goals, 5 in the 2s.
Yeah.
I had a bit of fun with that because Tate had actually selected him for the 1s, and he said his knee and his preparation wasn't quite there. So he goes out and kicks 9 goal 5 in the 2s.
Wow.
So congratulations.
Yeah, he had a
and
bit of spring in his step.
yes, but he did have a sore knee afterwards, as I understand. He had
Right.
leather poisoners as well.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Michelle, let's look at the Dace Irrigation and Fodder Player of the Year, please.
Player of the year. So round 1 with the Cats and Mypo, 3 votes to Jaden Ward, 2 to Sam Sanders and 1 to Sam Elliott. Jervois versus the Suns, 3 to Ben Hansen, 2 to Lockie Thomas and 1 to our new player, Aaron Wasley Black. He likes to be called Was.
Was?
Was.
Rightio.
Mallee Districts versus Talon Bend, 3 to Cameron Zander, 2 to Daniel Zander and 1 to Brodie Edwards. And Manham versus Ramblers, 3 to Cody Crollig, 2 to Chad Resky and 1 to Ben Yeoman. So the leaders are all on 3, and it's Jaden Ward, Cam Zander, Cody Crollig and Ben Hansen.
Good to see a couple of Harndorf boys playing well for Taylor too. The Zander boys, lovely,
Okay.
lovely family, the Zanders.
Nice. Yeah.
Lovely family.
No, good stuff. Chemist King Club of the Year, please, JK.
Yeah, Manham are on top with 10, which is fantastic.
Wow, boom.
Taylor Bend 8. Coorong Cats are sitting on 7. Jervois the same on 7. Southern Mallee on 3. Mallee Storm on 2. Mypalonga on 1. Ramblers haven't put a little thing on the board yet. And Imps, of course, the captain, he's as towy as a Roman sandal. I've spoke to him this morning. And this is the first time since I've been involved in RMFL TV that Imps have her on the bottom, but they can understand they haven't had a game yet.
Haven't actually
Normally
played.
the captain's gone
Did
right
you
up
have
the
some
top.
pleasure in reading that out?
Oh,
then, JK?
well, you know, sorry, Captain, but Imps, I suppose, they're yet to start. So.
Okay, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. And yeah, you're right. He's rang me a couple of times this week. He is pumped up, the captain. Don't worry, he is up and about, ready to go.
I thought he'd have grandparent duty. That'd be enough to take the edge off him, but no.
I think that was last week. Last week
He's
he
out
was on-
walking
he was
this
on the
morning
ground.
too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so he's all good. Let's have a look at the Swanport Hotel League ladder, please, Mark.
Yeah, so out on top we have Manham with 2 points. Obviously a big win out there against Ramblers. Cats with 2, Tailem Bend with 2, and Jervis with 2. And we also have Southern Mallee, Mallee Districts, and Mypalonga and Ramblers yet to open their account. And obviously, as you mentioned, Imperials with the bye, who have a big game this afternoon. So
Absolutely. We're going to talk more about that very shortly. It is warm here, isn't it, ladies and
very
gentlemen?
It'll be 34 or
yes.
5 degrees
it'll be
behind
about
us.
34 or 5. It's going to see who's been doing the pre-season today. But let's have a little listen to what I was lucky enough to talk to both coaches today, Ryan Lewis and Tate Silverlock. And we're going to have a little listen to Ryan Lewis first up. This was the interview we did a little bit earlier. Louis.
Woody, how are you, mate?
Mate, I am good. Thanks for your time on game day.
My pleasure, mate, my
It's going to
pleasure.
be an absolute blockbuster today.
It's going to be good, mate. It's great weather. The weather's turned on now. It's a nice hot day, so it's going to be on.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, you matched it with the Cats for a half.
Yep.
You would have taken some positives out of that.
Yeah, no, it was huge. Like we had a plan for them. We put those in place. We probably ran out of legs and ran out a bit of personnel. A couple of key movers sort of got a little bit injured after towards the end of that third quarter, and
Yeah.
let's take some of that quality out of that midfield. It hurt us, and that's what the Cats do. They run deep with quality.
Yeah.
And then they, to their credit, they lost a couple as well.
Yeah.
But they, there's some players stepped up into certain roles, and yeah, we couldn't match it with them. But we know the game plan we've got to do. We've just got to make sure we do it for 4 quarters.
I looked at your side today. 8 21 or unders in
Yep.
your side today. So you've obviously got a really young, but so much talent
Yeah,
through
no,
there.
we're big on that as a club. Like we know that we've got a big wave, and it's a big reason I was talking about a coach this year again, was that we've got a big wave of kids coming through that is going to be the next generation for our footy club
Yep.
going forward. So I want to play a role in helping them go from that 10 to 20 game
Yeah.
to that 30, 40 game sort of players played, and that will make them, in the future, really, really good A-grade footballers.
Yeah, absolutely. You're a very busy man.
Yep.
Run your own gym.
Yeah.
I want you to run me through, and I just did this with Takes You a Lot just a minute ago. I want you to run you through a normal day for Ryan Lewis.
A normal day.
A normal day. Weekday?
Today or normal day?
No,
Weekday.
A weekday, when you're crazy busy.
Let's say my alarm normally goes off at 2:30.
2:30 in the morning?
2:30, somewhere between 2 and 2:30. I'm up, coffee, shower, in the gym. I normally get there by 3 at the latest.
Yep.
I set up normally from 3 to 4:15. I set up whatever class I've got for the day.
Yep.
And then I normally train from 4:15 to 5.
Yep.
First class starts at 5. 5 o'clock class, bang. We normally got anywhere from 45 to 60 people coming in, banging in.
Boom.
So that's 5 o'clock, 6:15, 7:25. Then we have about a 45-minute break to clean and reset, 9:20 class. And then it's normally a couple of PTs, a bit of personal training stuff,
Yep.
admin, and then into the afternoon where it's 4, 5 and 6 p.m. And then I sort of generally out of there by 8:30,
Yep.
home, shower, dinner.
And in bed by what time?
Somewhere between, depending on the night, somewhere between, it could be anywhere from 9:30 to, mate, after footy here's like 11:30. So,
Yeah.
and then back at it again. So it's all right. I've done it my whole life, so it doesn't, everyone thinks it's crazy, where I just sort of think that's the norm for me,
And you're bringing people in from all different clubs around the place. And it's not just Mopalonga people training at your club.
Oh
is
hell
it?
no! Yeah, we had Talent Ben there training for a while. I've got a lot of city clubs, AFL
Yep.
boys, SANFL boys, your general pop athletes. So it's
Well, you
good.
got my daughter fit. She's in there 5 days. Well, she's not at the moment.
Good
She's on
genetics.
honeymoon.
She got good genetics. That's
So-
why, mate. Good genetics.
Exactly. Nah, so yeah, she's fit and playing good netball. But
Nah, she's doing well. She's a ripper.
um,
She's been with us for like 8 years, man.
yeah,
from the
she
start.
has.
Yeah, so she's a ripper.
and she loves it.
Yeah, it's
She,
good.
she's like part of your family.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's
That's what our gym's about. We're just a big community.
Yeah.
So everyone sort of gets around each other, and like Marnie, she's been there for 8 years, and there's so many people who've been there for 8 years. So,
Yeah.
and everyone, we train together, and then we hang out afterwards.
Yeah.
And people play the sport together and so forth. So
what it's all about, isn't it?
it's all about. It's good.
What are you expecting today? What are you going to see?
You're going to see from us. I know you know what you're going to get from journalists.
Yep.
And the way I'm coaching the team, I'm coaching this year is a little bit different, which you probably would have seen last week
Yep.
on how the style of football that.
Yep. It's going
I'm
to take
try-
time.
100% that I'm
Yep.
trying to implement, which is different to the sides I've coached before. And a lot of sides I've coached before have been full of
Yep.
some big name players and some big quality names, and,
Yep.
and we're heading down a different path.
Yeah.
Our footy club, we'll get there, but we need to work on that youth. The country, the club that we are,
Yep.
and we're a small little town.
Yep.
Part of the River Murray League. That we need to put time into our juniors, because we have one of the best junior programs
yeah.
going around. Like, it's elite.
Yep,
Like
it's very good. Yep.
And there's a lot of people that put a lot of time and work into it. So we want to bring those kids through, put another 20 games into them. And we still got the quality around there. Still got your Paddy Davis, the Recolours, the Tags, all those type of guys.
Yep.
That's going to help nurture those kids through.
Yep.
And then we're still having a red hot crack at this year for sure. But it's a really, really big thing. Is about teaching and developing these guys and turning them into A-grade footballers, fast tracking
Absolutely.
them.
Yep,
Because we
fast-tracking.
can't just.
Yep.
In this day and age, and we're not a club that spends a stack of money. We don't have it. Not many clubs in this River Murray League do.
Yep.
But if you want to be sustainable, you have to put time into your
Into
kids.
the juniors,
Yeah, and that's like Imps have done it for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put a lot of time. They have a great junior program,
Yep.
and that's where their strength comes from. And then you obviously need you import your recruits to top you up, but you need
Yep.
to put the time in those kids to fast track them going forward.
Yep.
Which is where we want to be in the future.
Absolutely. Rightio. Time for the 10 questions.
All
We have
right.
done before, but we've changed them up a little bit.
Cool.
Age?
I've never done 42.
Okay. Middle name
Howard,
and favourite position when you were playing?
midfield.
In the mid.
Yeah.
Nickname?
Louis.
Louis. What celebrity are you going to take on a date?
Oh!
You got the choice. You got the pick.
Mate, what celebrity? That's a hard one. Oh, look, I don't want a celebrity to have time. For
This is
celebrities?
a hall pass, mate.
You know what? I'll this might sound weird, but like I love the Rock. So I had Dwayne Johnson. Like I know the guy.
Well,
I love the pick he's
your
playing.
counterpart just said your opposition coach just said Tony Modra. So,
There you go.
all right. Most famous phone number in your phone.
Oh look, I honestly, Hoodie, I'd have to say my wife. Like seriously, mate.
She's a rock star.
She puts up with so much shit. Like my lifestyle. Honestly, mate, like she should be a rock star. What she puts up with, what I do,
She is good.
and the life I live, and what she puts up with my kids. Like my kid, my son. Have you met my son's a nut job. He's 4. He's the best.
Yeah.
But he's playing. He came down and he played Oz kick today.
Oh, good
she
on him.
brought it. She's like, this is what I mean. She brought him down at like. She left at like 7:15 this morning. Take the kids up. Down here, her and Samara, one of her best mates, Tags, a partner.
Yeah, Meningie girl.
Yeah, Meningie girl, yeah, you know. So they're down here and
Yeah,
they're
and
up,
just
they're back
doing
in the
that sort of
shack and-
stuff.
Yeah, so she's a legend, man. Like,
Oh,
I
she
wouldn't be able to do what I do without me.
So
Like,
after all that,
yeah.
your lovely wife
Yeah,
is
she's
the most
the
famous.
biggest
Rightio.
rock star in my life.
Favourite TV show? Not that you probably watch too much TV?
No, I don't watch any TV,
No.
mate. I couldn't tell you.
Pass. Who do you back from the AFL?
I don't really. It's a funny thing. I like just watch a good game of AFL now.
Do you? So you know one in particular?
There's no one I follow. I just want to watch
Don't
a
get
good
your
game
jocks and
of football.
knocks
Nah,
out, not
not at
everything?
all. I do like Hawthorn at the moment. I like the way they play.
Yeah, good.
Yep.
TikTok, Insta or Facebook?
I don't do any of it, but Insta only for my business.
Only for your business.
Yeah.
Winter or summer?
I summer every day.
Yeah, water
Winter,
skiing, man.
the only good thing about winter is footy.
Yeah. You love your water skiing.
Yeah, I do.
We don't need a single married or partner. Obviously married.
Well, yeah, we're married.
What car are you driving?
I've got a Land Cruiser.
Got a cruiser?
Yeah.
Brand new?
Cruiser, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, no, it's great. That's the best car I've ever bought, so I
Good
love
work.
it.
Hey, mate, thank you so much for chatting to me on game day.
We go
you're
back
a legend.
we go back a
and-
long way.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
And all the best today and all the best for the season.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Good on you.
Thanks,
Thanks
boys.
for that.
Appreciate it. Cheers, boys.
And a massive thank you to Ryan Lewis for his time on match day. Mate, he's just a machine, isn't he?
Yep. I don't know if he does sleep at all. He might be an hour or two hanging upside down or something. I don't know what it is, but at his gym, he's up early and just a bundle of energy. And yeah, he's been around the club a while now, sort of coaching and then helping Stevie out. And as he said, he's a club coach and
He's an all-round good guy. I don't hear too many people say bad things about Ryan Lewis. So
Where's his head? Where's his hat backwards? Did you
Yeah,
ask
he
him
loves that.
Woody?
He loves that look.
He loves the cap.
Look, some people can do it and rock it. He's one of those
Yes.
guys who can do it and rock
Yes.
it. If I put it around backwards, I'm going to look like an idiot. But he's the type of guy.
do we
that-
tell him? Do
Does it?
we say anything or not?
You're going to say I look like an idiot with it forwards too, don't you?
it's
Yeah,
okay.
I know,
It's okay.
That's all right. Matt
We would
Squidz
never
is
say
coming
that,
up
would
too. These guys are going to. Mark only got 2 last week, by the way. Rightio.
Meningie
Now,
question.
yeah, he wasn't happy either. Okay. We need to fix a few things in this world, and this is time for a segment what needs fixing. Mark, what needs fixing in the world?
Well, I've been thinking long and hard about that, and with this heat here, I think my hair and makeup needs fixing. So Wayne, thank you.
Oh, you stop it! He's too.
There you go.
Is that it? You told me it's going to be a serious segment.
Yeah, well,
look,
look-
I've come up with. Am I next?
Did
Yeah,
that-
no,
Is that
I
it?
was going to say,
Is that it?
You're
what
next.
needs fixing is another leader somewhere else that needs fixing, but we won't go there.
All right, so you need to bring something next week, Mark.
I'll work on it.
All right, now JK, what needs fixing?
We need in Australia water being transferred in pipelines
Yep.
all over Australia.
Yep.
Look how desperate we are for water, and all we keep seeing is
Floods.
other floods and floods and floods. So,
So it's going to create jobs.
yep, create jobs. I believe in Western Australia, like Adelaide to a degree, a lot of the water goes out to sea, and we desperately need water. So why can't we get it from the Territory,
Yep. Get it
Queensland,
down here.
every
Fill up
state,
our reservoirs.
every state, fill up the reservoirs, help the River Murray.
Yep.
Away we go. That's
Good
what I'd
thought.
like to see.
All right.
Well, the
Yep.
Cooper and Diamantina up there at Lake Eyre, bring it down.
Well,
So,
Bring it
Michelle,
down.
You just look a little bit amazed that JK just come up with that.
No, I'm not amazed. I already knew.
No, good stuff. You're right. So he let you in on that one, did he?
Yes, he
All
did.
right. All
He
right.
did.
Well, can you top that? What needs fixing, Michelle?
Well, I don't know about topping it, but my passion at the moment is getting people's mindsets around volunteering in sporting clubs.
Right.
Because
Yep.
it's horrendous. I don't know whether... Yeah, and I don't want to put all young people in this for all you young people. However,
Right.
a lot don't want to do it. And we have a lot of people in the footy and netball clubs that have been doing it for 40 years, like myself.
Yep.
And people don't... I'm still doing it, but I know a lot of the oldies, when I ask them now, they say, we've already done it for 40 years, we won't do it anymore. But the next lot coming through just
so
do not
important.
want to... Do not want to volunteer.
That's what you'd like to fix.
I would like to fix that because football and netball clubs will fall apart, not because we haven't got players,
Right.
but because we haven't got volunteers.
as
See?
you know, some of the sample forums we go to, there's a couple of things at this current time that the governing body are really worried about. One is concussion, the other thing is
Volunteers. Yeah.
All
So
right.
can I make a plea?
Yep.
Anyone watching, please just do one shift in your footy club
We
at the
had fun.
canteen.
We had fun Thursday night.
Thursday night. We had great
And I've been
fun.
guilty of it because you do other things. You
Yeah.
think, oh, that's my role.
Yeah.
No, you just got to do it. And we had so much fun.
And you
Yeah.
meet new people in your club. You know, like you get to know
Yeah.
them better.
Yep.
So please, everyone, go and
Cook
put
a
your
snitty.
hand up. One thing.
Rightio.
One thing.
Rightio. That's what we need fixing. Rightio. My turn.
Yep.
We need to get rid of the draw. We haven't had it yet, but I get onto this last year. I'm onto it again. The draw has to go. All right.
draw?
We're going to have 5 minutes each end after the draw.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And if it's still tied away, we want a winner. We don't want to have a draw. It's like dancing with your sister. Fair dinkum. It's just
I was
not
worried
right.
about when you said get away with the draw.
Yeah,
But
so
where's
did
he-
I. I was
where's
just
he
worried
going?
about that.
Get rid of it.
Yeah,
We don't-
okay.
No draws. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Are you on board with me, Michelle? Butsy's
Finals,
not.
definitely finals.
Right.
But, and we've got rid of the not having a
Right.
draw. Oh, I'm not sure about that.
All right. What about you, JK?
Mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings.
No?
Yeah.
I'm still.
All right, I'll keep working on this anyway.
Okay.
All right, so that's what we need to fix this week. I'd just like to also just mention our great friends at Professionals Murray Bridge for their ongoing sponsorship. And I rang David Clark this week. I said, David, we need a sunshade for sunny days. We need a something for when it's wet.
Yep.
Straight away, he ordered something. So that didn't
Oh,
even question
wow.
me. He said, yep, I'll get something organised straight away.
That's fantastic.
That's amazing. So fantastic, Tim. Now, we did speak a bit about this last week, Mark, about our Facebook page. I'm just going to go back over it. Don't need to probably in as depth, but just let everyone know what's happening with our Facebook page with the shutting down the old way.
Again, you've gone to the social media expert in me, so
Yep, absolutely.
So the RMFL Facebook page was shut down on April 30, so there is a fake one up there. So you need to go on the River Murray Football League Inc.
Yeah.
And that is our correct page.
Correct
which is now
page.
where it started. So
Yep.
again, it's part of the social media. I think was being hacked. So again, just keep
Yep.
your eye on that. Look for the ink on the
cover
end,
you.
and you'll be laughing.
Yeah, for sure. So so come over to the new page. So if you're on the old River Murray page, come over, and we're in business. Now, time for Tate Silverlock. Now we were hoping to have you here, JK, but you were
I
too
had
busy.
family commitments.
No, you were too
Yes.
busy signing autographs over the back here, as I saw you.
I was overseeing Max.
Yeah.
His dad's playing for Mypo in the next game.
Rightio.
And he's a beautiful little 10-month-old addition to our family, and he's pretty special.
You're a people person.
Max
aren't you?
Houston.
People
He is a
person,
people
JK.
person.
He is.
I know.
So anyway, we need to talk to. Let's have a listen to Tate Silverlock. You were meant to be there, JK. You weren't. But great interview with Tate Silverlock. This is what happened earlier. Tate, welcome. Thanks for coming along today and having a chat to us.
Thanks for having us, Woody.
Mate,
Cheers.
how good's the conditions here? You know, like it's going
Yeah.
to be tough. Mind you, it's nice, but it's going to be tough, isn't it?
It's it's warm. We had a little tune-up game against Anguston probably a couple of weeks ago, and that was 40 degrees. So
Wow.
this might be a bit cool for a few of the boys today. So hopefully that pays dividends later.
Absolutely. Now, where are you at this point? Are you fitter at this point this year than you were last year as a team?
Yes, certainly. Yeah, no, we've put the hard yards in at pre-season and probably took a bit more of a methodical approach to training, and we had some sort of numbers we wanted to achieve and hit, and
Yep.
we did those. So yeah, I dare say most of the boys would be in their best condition
Yep.
that
For a
they
while.
have been in my time here.
When you could summarise last year, and I hate saying is it the year you had to have, but because I don't really like that person, but I've said it now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Was it the not wake up call, but was it the whack in the back of the head to say, come on, you're better than this?
Yeah, certainly. Like, I think last year we just had a lot of opportunities that we didn't take, whereas in previous years we sort of those opportunities we'd really relish and
Yep.
take them on. Whereas unfortunately last year I think just we sort of cost ourselves in a lot of games that could have gone the other way.
Yep.
And again, you when you're up around the mark for as long as we have been, you certainly have got to try and find new ways to motivate yourself.
Of course, yeah.
And I think we did that pretty well. And again, I think we just cost ourselves a little bit last year. And I still thought our best footy was, capable of competing at the highest.
Yep.
And on the last day of the year, but it just wasn't the case. So yeah, definitely making amends from that this year and using that as a bit of motivation. Yeah.
For sure. When you look at some of your key personnel, the two Hansons,
Yep.
you didn't have Benny for a lot of the season.
Yeah.
Comes out round one, kicks four goals and goes bang.
Yep.
That's obviously,
Yes.
you, as a coach, you're going to stand back and go, man, that's what we didn't have last year.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I think it's just the overall conditioning of the playing group, and we had a lot of injuries last year. I think we went through, mid-40s guys
You had
played
some
A
serious
grade.
turnover, didn't you?
So I think then list management, injury management, injury prevention, that sort of stuff we looked at a little bit in the off season, and conditioning is a big part of that. So we worked on conditioning and we got fit and all those guys. You know, everyone you see out on the park today and last week, they've all done the work.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Obviously, you've been in the gig here for a while now. 6th year as coach, 8th year at Jervois. Am I right in saying that?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear a lot that the Jervois personnel, they just love you, mate. And the day that you decide not to be at Jervois with a sad day, I reckon there'll be some tears and stuff like that. But the passion's obviously still there.
Yeah, certainly is. You know, it's been it's gone very quick.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, like you sort of, I suppose, when you finish up from your SANFL career and you sort of you look for a club and to go and play and to know some guys at this club. When I came over, it was good, and you know, what we've done well as a footy club, I think, is nurtured and really embraced those guys that have come across. And you know, myself, you got Josh Scott, you know, these guys, they come over as, you know, 3-4 point players and end up being 0 point players, and that
tells
just
you something,
adds,
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It tells you something, and then from on the flip side of that, from a football perspective, it gives you that, you know, it gives you that extra depth, and then it frees up that opportunity to go and, you know, eventually get another player, or whereas if you got high turnover of your 3-4 point players,
you just don't go anywhere, do you?
You don't. So yeah, we're very nurturing here, and all the boys are, you know, similar parts of their lives, having kids, and you know, we're all growing up and having families, so that sort of is nice to embrace as well. And the kids probably outnumber the players now, so it's starting to get that way.
It's great to see.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
You're a very busy man. Obviously, got your own gym. What's a normal day like for you?
Yeah, just training a lot of clients. It's a lot of one-on-one work. I'll start the day at I'll get up at 4:15, and I'm into the gym myself. I do my own workout at about 5 till 6 a.m.
Yep.
Then I start with clients from 6 a.m. and we're generally looking at, you know, 8, 9 one-on-one sessions each day.
Wow.
Then we'll head home and plug away on the computer, do a little bit of online stuff as well.
Yep.
Bit of admin, emails. Then it hits about 2, 3 o'clock, and then I'll generally go pick the little ones up from childcare, or you know, put some time and effort in somewhere else, or we're out here training or whatnot. So once the footy season kicks off, there's not a lot of time to yourself, and the phone doesn't stop ringing, as you're probably aware. And
so in your spare time, you sleep?
So I try to keep the wife happy. That's probably the go. You got to try and keep the energy there. But no, I obviously love just hanging out with my girls. I've got two young girls.
How old are they now?
Paxton's almost 4.
Wow.
And Scarlett is 10 months.
Wow.
So they got the first birthday coming up, and they're love them. So
absolutely exciting times.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it is.
Well, we're going to have a blockbuster here today, mate. No mistake about it. Maipa were very good in the first half against the Cats last week. You guys are up and about with the first win, so we're looking forward to the game. Get to know your questions. You've done this before, but I've changed them up a little bit. Right, let's go again.
Mate. Yeah.
Age?
I have to think about it now. 34.
34. Middle name?
I've got 2. James Marshall.
James Marshall.
Yeah,
that's
2.
classy.
Yeah, James was my dad's dad.
Yep.
So granddad, and Marshall was my mum's maiden name.
Oh.
So
how cool.
Got the 2, and my brothers have got 2. So bit of a mouthful. But
yeah, that's right. Like it. Favourite position on the footy field?
You can't go wrong within the guts, can you?
You've got to be in the middle.
Yeah, I like the middle.
And when you're back playing, you've got to get in that middle, eh?
Middle's good. Yeah,
okay,
I'll be
good
back
stuff.
there. Yep.
Nickname?
Oh, geez, I don't know. Silver's coach.
Yep.
Tato.
Yeah,
something like that. Yep.
What celebrity are you going to take on a date?
Jeez.
Anyone you want?
What kind of date are we talking about? Look, any
a romantic date.
Look, my old man would say Tony Modra. He actually went down to the Norwood Hotel and saw Mods yesterday. So I'll say Modra.
Okay, and who's the most famous name in your phone? Whose number you got?
Shane Radbone, my assistant coach, would like to think he's pretty famous. Successful businessman, and
so you take that?
Played some games at Essendon. So him, or we can.
You have a couple of names.
We can give some of the hierarchy at the Bombers a call and find out why I didn't get.
You've got Sheeds in there, have you?
No Sheeds. No. Maybe Hurdy.
Maybe Hurdy.
So.
Rightio, yeah, just dropping a few names there. Favourite TV show?
Favourite TV show? It's a good one, actually. Jeez, I don't really watch much TV.
You're too freaking busy.
Yeah, no, kids are Bluey.
They're Bluey, yeah.
Bluey with the kids.
Everyone loves Bluey.
Yeah.
Who do you back from the AFL?
Crows.
TikTok, Insta or Facebook?
Instagram.
Beautiful work. Winter or summer?
Summer.
Beautiful. And single, married and partner. We know that you're
married.
Yep, good stuff.
Happily married.
What car are you driving?
I've got a Mercedes GLC.
pretty nice.
43.
Pretty nice looking drive too.
It's nice, mate. I'd take it down to the car wash down there at your place, and
That's what I like
they
to
do
see.
a brilliant cut and polish down there, mate. So
That's
you
what we
got
want.
a fresh business running down there, mate. I like it.
Good stuff, mate. All the best for today. We appreciate your
Thank
time
you.
on game day. It's fantastic to come and have a chat to us, and all the best for the year.
Cheers, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks for
Thank
that. And again, a massive thank you to Tate Silverlock for his time on match day. Absolute professional, isn't he, guys?
We're so lucky to have him.
Yeah, we are.
Beautiful, beautiful human being.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Very
no.
nice young man.
I was actually surprised that he's been here 8 years. He said, and 6 years.
Yeah,
of coaching.
he wants life membership
Yep.
as a player. He's not going anywhere. He
He's
just
also a
loves
very
it.
good coach.
That's exactly right. Mark, we have a score on the B grade, please, behind you, please. How are we looking?
2-4 for Maipo and 2 straight goals to
So
Gerbo. So,
2-4
good game out there.
Maipo. It's 2-1, just gone to 2-1.
There's a few boys out there that are tonguing it a bit. I
Now,
can tell you that.
just while we had that last interview, my phone's been going off. There's a few people that want a hotline to so they actually can comment on the what we need to fix. Griffo, could I just have your phone number, please? Oh, okay. All right, so we won't use Griffo's phone number then, we'll
No.
just move on. All right, time to look at Facebook pages. Curon Cats, first of all. The Premiership Gin is now available. Order now, only $78 per bottle.
Yeah, cash only, I believe.
JK, steady,
Johnny.
steady.
Jimmy, did you write that in here? Cash
No, I think
only.
you wrote that in, JK.
Right, my turn. Imps. Their social calendar is out and looks like a lot of fun nights there. And the ladies' day is always a big day. I know a few of those ladies that have big days.
They have a fair crack,
Yes,
those
they
Imps
do.
girls.
They do.
So out at Jervois, so we mentioned this last week that Jervois acknowledging the passing of David Mitchell, former Rama FL umpires coach, and Finn was there yesterday, Michelle, and a lot of people there, which was a great send-off for
Yeah,
David. So
yeah. And a lot of the kids that he coached,
Good.
were there, so that's fantastic.
JK, Blue.
I think
Oh,
too,
me,
Johnny.
Bally District Storm, well done to the Storm. I was just thinking it was miles away. Their match day sponsor is Lamparta Pastoral Mark. What do we know about them? Do you know anything about them? Put you on the
they're a
spot.
pastoral company.
Yeah, the
John.
pastoral company.
Yes,
So once again, like your volunteers,
Yep.
we all need sponsors.
Sponsors, exactly right.
So important.
Manham have announced their 2005, but it's 25 leadership group. Captains Mitch Huard, Vice Captains Bryce Yench, and I just want to say a shout out to Mitch. Glenn and I did the Adelaide Oval reef climb,
Yep.
and Mitch works there.
Oh, does he?
So,
He
yep.
saddled you up.
He saddled me up, looked after us.
Hope he didn't get handsy.
Oh, come on. Now, I was the RMFL president and Mitch was my under-18 captain. I do not think
Yeah,
that
you're
would be.
still a pretty good-looking young lady, though.
Oh, yeah, right. Lovely young man. He looked
He
after
is.
us really well.
No, he's good.
Great
I'm
family,
glad he would have been
you
an absolute gentleman.
He
I've got no
was
doubt.
an absolute gentleman, yes.
Great families. You got.
It's not me again, is it?
No,
No, I think it's Mark.
I don't think I'll get
we're
invited
just
back.
struggling a little bit here with the Facebook
Every time
pages.
there's a space, I'm going.
You're after
Sweating your
Mark.
horse, you're sweating up. No good. So out at Maipo, they've announced their leadership group. Co-captains Riley Robertson and Jordan Hine, and vice-captain is Reed Culler. So well done to those guys.
And this is important for every club. Ramblers on Thursday night held a session called Tackle Your Feelings to understand and recognise and respond to mental health. And
Well done to them.
it's good on them, and it's so important these days in our community. And we need to talk more and communicate.
Absolutely.
Southern Mallee Sons, so the next big thing they're saying, this will be the next big thing in the Mallee. Get ready to buy your son's gibbets now.
Now, Michelle, what is that?
Well, Mark had to tell me what they were. Those
I
little
should have told you
things.
what she thought they were.
That's right, yeah. So little things you put on your Crocs.
Yeah.
And decorate them and wear them around your Croc shoes.
Yeah.
So obviously they've got Southern Mallee Sons ones.
And key rings as well.
And
and key-
I haven't got to that part. And enamel key rings.
Yeah. Not just key rings, enamel.
Enamel.
They
I
haven't been
know.
out in the sun too much have they, out there.
So out at Tarlin Bend, lots happening out there with a op shop, an iPod shuffle with DJ Chili. Would that be Chili, our Chili?
Oh, yeah.
No.
He's doing everything. He's doing iPods and
He's
doing
too
that.
much. He's too
And
much.
they've also got their Eagle Ball on April the 26th, so well
Yeah,
done
for
everyone
sure.
out there at the Eagle.
Good stuff, and thanks to the clubs for putting up all their Facebook posts. It's much appreciated. And we're just talking about the Chili Great Man Chili with the Ruck and Rover podcast. They're right in the middle of doing Nick Pearce at the moment, and so hopefully this week they'll be finishing that off and getting that up. Have you had a phone call yet?
Well, I've been expecting one, and I've told Chili I'm waiting. I've got some stories. You've got no idea.
You're joking. No
Yeah.
phone call.
No
What
phone
about
call.
you, Mark? Nothing.
Crickets, nothing.
JK?
Too late for me.
Oh.
He's gone. He's finished. If I'm this far down the order,
Yeah. Ooh.
don't bother ringing me.
So
And Sticks, that goes for you too, just because we're good mates, but Chili
So
calls
Chili-
himself a rover.
so-
Fair dinkum.
Yeah.
Premiership
No, hang on,
rover, Premiership rover, Association rover,
What are
isn't
you
he?
talking about? Chili?
Chili?
Rover?
Of course it
Yeah,
was.
he
Isn't it called
rates
Ruck and
himself.
Rover?
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
rates himself.
Absolutely.
How much?
He's
Association football?
Premiership player at Jervois, reserves.
Yeah,
Reserves.
yes. So,
Enough time with him, move on.
Yeah,
yeah,
move on.
so look up his podcast and
look up his podcast?
Yeah, so look it up and get on it, JK. It's really good stuff. Listen to the Tommy Kluski one. That's very good.
Yeah, it
And
was
also
very
the
good.
Ben
Bit too
Hansen
much
one.
swearing for my liking, but
Yeah, Chili's going to tone that down a bit. He's promised me just tone it down a little bit.
I've
So
got a few mentions in some of the podcasts.
Have
Tommy's
you?
Tommy's
So you've been
mentioned
listening?
me. Josh Calder's mentioned me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been listening?
I have been listening. Yeah, don't
good
you worry.
stuff.
Because I'm
Excellent.
worried if they say terrible things about me.
right.
Just checking,
Right, just checking out. All right, good stuff. Moving on now. A big day here today. We saw, just as the twos come out, Mark, it's 150 games for Josh Hine from Maipo.
Yeah, I have the privilege of coaching Josh in under-17s, and he won the Connolly medal that year. I can't remember what year it was, but and I'm pretty sure he was the Lachlan medalist last year.
I think you're
Yeah,
right.
150 games. He's one of these blokes that, he's had a lot of injury troubles. Probably should have played 250, I think, with all the injuries he had. But ripping lad from a great family. Obviously, Sister Stacey, we interviewed her last week.
Yep.
The captain coach of the, no, sorry, not the captain, but the coach of the A-grade netball. So congratulations, Josh, and just a great reward for him. So
Well done. Good
Well
stuff.
done, Josh.
150 games for Josh Hine. Let's talk this week's games, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk first of all round two games, and it's the first game we're going to talk about is the Tailem Ben v Manham. Mark, your thoughts?
Yeah, Madam obviously come out the blocks last week. A lot of good ins. Yeomans, a few other players. Matt Min, very good player. Stag, a couple of the local guys. But the Chad Resky, kicking 8.
Yep.
And I think out there at Tailem Ben on that small ground, quick kick out the middle, he's going to be a real handful. Tailem a good win last week against hopefully improving Mallee Districts. But I think, even though it's a small ground, I think, Manham really looking good. And, I'll pick that. And Westop out as well, which is a big blow for them. I know we'll speak about him a bit more perhaps. But, I think Manham 31 to 40 perhaps. So.
Okay, JK?
Manham for me. We've spoken about Chili way too much, so Manham for me.
Exactly. Michelle, who's
Yeah,
your win?
oh, Manham.
Manham,
Yep.
yep. And Mark did just mention Nick Westhoff, out for the season with an ACL. Just an inspirational player, and we from RMFL TV we do send our absolute best to Nick
Yep.
Westhoff and a speedy recovery, and we look forward to seeing him back in round one next year. I think Chili has been on the phone. He has secured another ruckman very quickly, so well done to him on that. And I got a little bit of mail that Tossin Edwards' oldest son Jackson Edwards is back from the VFL to play.
Okay.
So I don't think it's this week, but he's coming. So that's just.
Chili might get kicked out. Perhaps.
So
Yeah.
Is he in the A grade?
no, Chili's he's injured. He's done 2
right.
calves in the pre-season, poor fella. So
Yeah, move on.
anyway,
Yeah,
moving
move on, move on, move
I'm
on.
going to go with at home Tailem Ben today. Just. Second game, Southern Mallee versus Mallee District. Is that a showdown or is it, what do you call it out there?
Hoedown
Yeah.
out there, right?
Yep.
Hoedown?
Hoedown,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Well, it would
That's
be
a
if
good
they've got
name.
those Crocs.
Yep.
If they've got that's why the hoedown. That's why they've got those Crocs and everything else.
Absolutely.
Southern Valley at home. You guys would have seen him last week. New forward Brandon Grenfell, I think his name is. I did have a
Very
whisper he
good.
may play.
Yep.
Kicked a lot of goals over and around the Bendigo League. I think 40 odd games and 300 and something goals the last couple of years he's played. So
Yep.
I think he kicked 4 in a team that he probably didn't know anyone at all. So that was a good thing. Got a few guys back. Mallee Districts are improving. Stephen Clay says they want them to be hard to play against, and that'll be the case. But I think they'll probably go right for a couple of quarters. But I think Southern Mallee Suns just probably a bit too much class across the board, and they'll probably win comfortably. I think. So.
JK?
Yeah, Southern Mallee. I'm not sure how long the full forward's there. It might be just a permit. I'm not sure. We get most of the mail on every other club, but we don't spend like Chili. We don't spend every day of the week worrying about other teams. So Southern Mallee were very good last week.
Rightio, whack. Michelle?
I think I'll go for Southern Mallee, but I reckon Mallee Districts will start to come good. They'll
Yeah.
start some of these players.
Well,
Matt
you guys,
Smythe.
so.
Yep.
Matt Smythe, isn't he a male medalist? He played at Manham.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think once those
just take
guys
time
start
for them,
getting,
Yeah, he will.
It's only round 2.
yeah.
And another from the Storm, Matthew Brown had a ripping first game for him last week. So I'm going to go
improving,
with
so,
You're going. Who are you tipping, Michelle?
Sons.
Suns. Yep. I'm going with the Suns too, but I think it's going to be a close
Yeah.
game today. So it's going to be an absolute ripper. We've got 2 blockbusters in this
Oh,
round.
I
2
know.
absolute massive games, and we couldn't be everywhere. But Imperials v Coorong at Imps. Your thoughts, Mark?
Well, there's another president that's prone to making big statements, so I'll roll with that, and I think Imps will break the unbeaten run of the Cats today at Johnson Park.
Wow, you heard
Cats
it
were very
here
good
first.
last week. Their new recruits, Jacobs, Kerrish, Ward, were very good. I just think Imps, they recruited really well. They've recruited specifically, 2 Carrolls, Johnny Boris up forward, Dements playing, Gogol, Will Crane playing off a pre-season with the Crows.
Yep.
So it'll be close, but yeah, I'm tipping 1 to 10 Imperials to break this unbeaten run.
All right, you heard it here first on RFL TV, JK.
Well, I was going Imps as well, but a little bird that went for a walk this morning with his lovely wife, Jo, I won't mention who it is, said there might be a couple out. Clarkie's at a wedding, and
Yes.
one of their recruits mightn't be available. So
I wish you had have actually whispered that more.
no, I just let you go. But I just still think with their depth, I know we're talking about an undefeated side. I'm going with Imps as an upset.
Imps, all right.
Yep.
Michelle?
I'm actually on that bandwagon as well because you can't go undefeated forever, as we know
No.
at Jervois, don't we? We know that. And Imps always go out and recruit if they don't make a grand final. They always go out and recruit because
They have.
they usually play on average 1 in 2 years a grand final.
Right.
And they didn't play last year, so
So you reckon they're back this
I
year?
reckon they're back this year. So they've recruited
They
well.
only just missed out on the grand final last year.
Doesn't matter about just missing out. They
Right, they
missed,
missed out. Right, fair
Correct.
enough.
Stats
Okay,
don't
back
fail.
in
So Imps.
So Imps.
3 Imps so
Three
far,
Imps.
Woody. How you going?
Jesus,
Yeah,
that
Mr.
was
Katz.
taking the wind out of me.
So you know what
Yeah.
happened? The Cats will win by 50.
You know what 3 aren't going to be here next week, don't you?
Well, I won't be.
We've all got the
Yeah,
sack.
Exactly. No, we can't afford to
I'll
do
be
that.
lucky to
We're
get
gonna
invited
under pressure. So, yeah, look, don't forget Mr. Hollywood back in the inside too. Johnny Boris. So
Yes.
he's another big one back. Yeah, look, I think the Cats by probably, I don't know, 100 points today. So, yeah, just
you're
something like
confident.
that.
Get the
100
umbrella out,
points
please.
to the Cats, thank you.
Actually, while you're talking about the Cats, I haven't mentioned my nephew,
Keenan.
Keenan
Keenan
Jacobs.
yeah,
Played well
Yes.
last
First
week.
up.
Yes.
On and under.
He's
Yeah,
an
in and
under
under.
player.
In and
Definitely
under.
not like our side of the family.
And,
Definitely the Jacobs side.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
in and under. Yeah.
and he just he just hardball gets from
Yep.
Keenan. So yes,
Yep.
no, good to have him at the Cats.
Yes.
And of course his dad played many games.
His father is very
Yep.
excited.
Yep, son of the game. Well, he actually every time he gets a hit, a bump, he's there on the sidelines taking the hit and the bump. All right, we need to move on. The blockbuster here at the Field of Dreams. It is Mypolonga v Jervois. Mark, who's going to win?
Well, I think it's going to be a great game, as you said, similar to Imps Coorong. Jervois obviously come off a good win last week, and although it was a 10-goal margin, I don't think that's quite reflective of probably what the game was like. Probably,
Yep.
if you
Agreed.
didn't watch you would probably think 4 or 5 goal difference. Might they come with a plan to shut
Yep.
the Cats up and pressure them up, and they did. They just probably couldn't do it for long enough. Going to be work cut out for them today. There's a couple of ins for Mypo. Jervois are on fire, but just to balance out for these two next to me, I'll be picking Mypo. Out of my life nervous, I won't actually be able to walk
Fair
in the
enough.
field, so.
JK, why are you going to win?
We've got a ruckman in Fraser.
Yep.
Big Fraser. And Wesley Black is very good.
Yes.
Yep. Was
Wesley
it?
Black. Yeah, and there's a
Yeah.
couple of others out there. We won't need to go into details.
Ah, okay.
And it might be
You don't name everyone.
there might be a young bloke called Anthony Long on the wing. He'll be quite handy
Very handy
today.
in.
Very handy.
Look, take nothing away. I watched Mypo. They're very good last week. They'll definitely miss my beautiful nephew Jack Irwin. They'll miss his run and 50-metre kick, so he's a big loss for them this year. But I think we can get the job done without getting too carried away. We'll get the job done today.
Okay, Michelle.
Yep, I'm going to go Jervois. I thought about, I actually thought about this. I thought, are we going to win?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be
good
unbiased.
money.
Thought about for a millisecond.
Yeah,
or-
a millisecond. Yep. No, I'm going Jervois. No, I
Going
think
Jervois, yeah.
I think we've got some guys that stand up when we need to. Like Josh Scott, he
yeah.
plays a captain's game when you need him.
Just at Mypo, we've got some good kids coming through.
They
young
have.
Rowie.
Yep.
Young
Yeah.
Rowie and
Watkins.
Yeah.
Oh,
they've got
there's
some-
8,
yeah.
21 and unders in there.
Yeah,
today.
and I just think that they're a little bit more, it's like Steiner, a bit more body contact,
Yep.
that little bit more experience. That's the reason why I think that we can get the job done.
Jackie Boy's a big loss for him, but Colour is he's a
Yep.
jet.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, Mitchell Noy will be his best
I think
mate,
it'll
I
be
reckon, by
close.
the end of the
All
day.
right.
I think it'll be close.
So just moving on, I think Jervois just. Ben Hansen really important to the Jervois
Very good
side.
last week.
Yep, good. And we need to get Benny stringing some games together now.
Yep.
Get his confidence back, and because he can be a damaging player, and he's a big key. So for me, Jervois. Now, just also like to mention next week's game will be at Windy Hill at Manham. for the Manning v Southern Mallee game next week.
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks' time, yes, after Easter.
Yep.
I won't be there. I'm going to have a little break. I'm going to take 5 weeks off. I'll be back at round 8.
A little break, Mark.
Who's going to be the new captain?
So we're just going to mix it around a bit. There's going to be Snelly's going to make a bit of a guest appearance. We got Baz Barrett coming in. We've got Joshy Noy's going to be in.
Okay.
Chili Chandler will be in.
Oh.
We've got some big names coming in, I tell you, Michelle. So, but guess what? Guess what time it's for?
What?
It's time for Matt's quiz.
Oh,
You
I
little
can hardly
beauty.
wait.
And of course, sponsored by the Ruck and Rover podcast. Thank you to Chili Chandler and Harry Mansfield. All right. Now, can we have the battens, please, Harry?
Thank you very much.
Our professionals batten. Make sure that.
So what do I do,
professionals
Doc?
batten- We're going to test. Yeah, so you're going to go, Michelle. So we're going to test the battens, their buzzers now.
Gonna tap him.
Right, okay.
And we've had technical issues with Mark's, which we've now rectified through the week because his wasn't working last week. Michelle, please test your button. Buzzer.
Michelle.
No. It's Michelle.
Oh, okay, Michelle.
I think you're talking to Glenn.
Oh, yeah, okay.
JK.
That'd be
JK.
Steiner.
What are you doing?
I'm getting in, JK.
Oh, JK, I thought it said Jacko.
No.
All right. Question number 1. Jervois coach Tate Silverlock is in what year he's coaching at Jervois?
Steiner.
Yes, Steiner.
6.
6, thank you. And how long has he been at Jervois?
8 years.
8 years.
Right,
I
you
can
don't get
tell
an extra point for that one, though.
Oh.
MyPo coach Ryan Lewis played at what SNFL club?
Steiner.
Yes.
Nord and Port.
Very well done. That's
League.
another one of
You
mine.
played
You and
League.
I are going to be on the zeros.
No,
I
that's
think.
okay.
I think
Yeah,
you told me
so-
Trevor Hill sacked him at Nord.
Okay, question 3. The new oval in the Barossa, which will host a gather-round match, is located where?
Steiner.
Yep.
Lindon.
Lindot.
Yep, Lindot.
Sorry.
Steiner, 3-zip.
Yeah.
Just test your buzzer, please, JK.
Mine's working, but you give me his from last week.
Yeah, you're giving him the dodgy one.
yeah,
Rightio.
he swapped them around.
All right.
Took the
question-
batteries out.
Question 4. In season 2026, who will be coaching the Port Power?
Steiner.
Yes, Steiner.
I'm
Josh
putting,
Carr.
I'm putting
Josh
mine up,
Carr.
but not saying
You've
my
got to
name.
say
you've
your
got-
name. You've got to come in.
which-
Just do a practice run. Do it.
Michelle.
Yeah, that's better. All right.
I knew it was Josh Carr.
Right. Well, you got to say your name.
Speak up. Speak
All
up.
right. In the RFL League, round 1, who kicked 8 goals?
Steiner.
Yep.
The Chad.
Oh, the Chad.
Oh,
And
Chad.
Actually, I'll
he's
just
fantastic
park
for our
a
league.
couple.
I was going to say Josh
Fantastic to have
North.
him
Could
back.
not get an answer last week. Couldn't get a
No,
question.
Nah, he's been
He's-
practicing, hasn't he, in front
He's
of the
seen the
mirror?
sheet. He's seen
In
the
front of the
sheet.
mirror.
Rightio, next question. Who sponsors our special comments commentators?
Oh, yeah, Michelle,
Yeah,
me, me.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, Eckert Murphy.
Yeah, you're on the board. You
Yeah, citing when I was
Yeah,
zero.
good, gone. All right. And a big thanks to David and Jodie Eckert, of course. Okay, who is on top of the RFL Premiership ladder?
Steiner.
Yep.
That'll be Manham Rose.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, he's on fire,
Yeah, he's on
isn't
fire,
he?
yeah.
You've been studying.
What year was the gather round first held in Adelaide?
This is number 3, so whatever. Can you work that out?
Put Steve
quicker than
Buzzer.
me?
Take your
Michelle.
giblets- take your
Yes,
giblets off.
Michelle.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is number 3.
Yeah, so what
so
year?
2025, 24, 23.
2023.
was
So
the first
23 it was, yes.
Is that me? Is that me? Am I on the board?
No, you're not
No,
on the
it's
board.
me.
That was her.
Griffo's helped me. Now,
All
still
right.
can't get on the
All
board.
right, next question 9. Who
Be
do
quick
Ramblers
at
play
Griffo.
today?
Sorry, say again.
Who do Ramblers play today?
Steiner.
Yep.
That would be nobody.
They got
Correct,
the bye.
they got the bye.
They got bye.
Yep. So that doesn't count for you coming in after us, JK. All right. Question number 10. Who am I?
Matt Hood.
I'm in from a sporting... Yeah, no, that was the number 1 question last week. What
sorry.
was your name?
Sorry.
All right. Who am I? I'm from a sporting family. I won a gold medal in the Australian women's basketball team. My dad played AFL football for Port Adelaide, and I made my AFL...
JK.
No, JK.
Aaron Phillips.
Aaron
I
Phillips
was
it
gonna
is.
say
JK,
Aaron
you're on the
Phillips,
board.
yes.
Thank goodness for that.
Jeez.
So, whew. Now,
And what a talent, what a
1,
talent
2, 3,
she is.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Ah.
On 7, Mark Stein, it is the winner's lead. JK 1 and Michelle 2. Thank you for playing Matt's Quiz, sponsored by the Ruck and Rover podcast.
Good on you,
That's
boys.
everything for today. Now, a big thank you to all our RMFL2 team. We've got Mary Lou here today. Oh, and a shout out to Denise. She's sick too. So she's
well,
not here today.
Denise.
So yeah, get well, Denise. Sorry we left it to the end of the show. We've got Harry here. Kim's in uniform. Thank goodness for that, because he hasn't been in uniform, but he's back in uniform now. We've got Jimmy. We've got Griffo. Who else we got here? That's everyone.
That's all right.
And
And you.
thank you to you, Michelle.
That's okay.
Thank you to Johnny Klasky.
Thank you
Mr.
for
President, Mark Steinert. Thanks for watching Before the Game. I'm Matt Hood.